The 13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Amber, last week we actually had one of our reading nights actually get canceled because of the heat. Sounds like that might not be the case this upcoming week.
Yeah, we still had that heat this afternoon, but the storms have really helped to cut that back, and it's going to continue into this weekend with slightly cooler temperatures at very least. Now, this afternoon, we still had the heat. We reached all the way into the upper 80s, even still some lower 90s out there across West Michigan. Grand Rapids, we hit 89 this afternoon, but since then, things have dropped significantly. Look at that major cutoff that we saw after 4 p.m. We saw a temperature go from about 88 at 4 down to 69 at 5 o'clock, and we've stayed on the cooler side since then. We'll continue on with these cooler temps heading into tomorrow. 13 weather ball is blue, cooler weather is in view. It is also blinking bright as we have a little bit more rain and some thunderstorms in sight. This view is sponsored by West Shore Home. Now right now, still some thunderstorms out and about, more so pop-ups this time that are down to southwest Michigan. A lot of those storms earlier zapped a lot of the energy out of our atmosphere, but it doesn't mean that some of these can't be on the stronger side. We are seeing a special weather statement out of some of these, especially through Van Buren County, up into southern Allegan County as well, and down through southwest Michigan. So these thunderstorms that are moving through will be carrying frequent lightning, also some downpours, gustier winds. They're warned up to about 40 miles an hour possible. Other than that, though, not seeing any severe warnings at this time. We are still monitoring some storms that are out over southern Lake Michigan. These are associated with a couple of special marine warnings as well. So something that we are going to continue to watch as we're looking ahead into the next about 30 minutes to an hour or so. We are still technically looking at a 2 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center, mainly around and south of I-94. That's because of the potential for still some stronger winds, but once again, I think our severe threat has really started to taper off. So into the overnight hours, we are anticipating still a couple of thunderstorms to roll through West Michigan, but once again, we're simply not seeing nearly as much energy, at least, as what we had earlier this afternoon, which is what fueled those thunderstorms. You can already feel the difference out and about. I mean, hey, I'm wearing a jacket out on the weather deck for the first time in multiple days. We will be seeing these thunderstorms roll through. It might be a bit noisy overnight, but I do anticipate those to really taper off into tomorrow. Our Saturday should feature some dry time, but for the 4th of July, unfortunately, we are looking at the chance for some showers and maybe even a few thunder showers. I think if we see those, they'll likely be more so north of Grand Rapids. That will start to taper off into our Saturday night once again. So 4th of July plans, temperatures will be in the mid 80s. We're seeing partly cloudy to even at times mostly sunny skies. The potential for a couple of spotty thunder showers still. That's likely going to be a little bit later in the day into the late afternoon and early evening. Still though, most fireworks shows are rain or shine, so I don't think we're going to be seeing too much of an impact to those, which is some good news. But if you were hoping to spend some time out on the boat or have an all-day beach day, unfortunately, might want to shift those plans around just a little bit. Now, the good news here is that even though we're still sticking with the humidity through the weekend, look at next week. Dew points finally returning to the 50s again, so we will be seeing less humidity, and on top of that, temperatures that are a bit closer to normal for this time of year. Looking at some lower 80s into the end of this weekend, carrying on into the beginning of next week. After that, we're back in the mid to upper 80s, so we are heating up again, but we're not looking at 90s in the forecast, which is a huge improvement compared to what we've seen this week. Here's what we're looking at out near the lakeshore for tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be rising into the mid to upper 80s, still seeing some isolated thunder shower chances. Northern zone sees temperatures that will also be in the mid 80s, and our southern zone will largely be sitting in the mid to upper 80s with still the possibility for a couple of thunderstorms. I do think most of those will be north of Grand Rapids. Your 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Holiday weekend isn't exactly great timing for any rain or thunderstorm chances, but thankfully, it's not looking like we're going to have any all-day washouts. It also takes down our temperatures, so we're feeling not as hot this weekend at very least, hanging on to that humidity. But beginning of next week, we finally see 80s, less humidity, and drier skies back in the forecast, Lauren. And we're even looking at some more thunderstorm chances into the end of next week, too.
Oh, looking for that humidity to come down, Amber.
Finally.
Yes, thank you so much.